Welcome to today's Facebook Live. Thank you everyone for being patient as I am hopping on here a little bit late. I had my Walmart deliveries come and they came a little bit early, so I was unloading all of the things into the freezer and into the fridge before my kids get back from school. And before I started this live video, Mary Jo, it is good to see you. You are the first person I am seeing on here. As always, it is so fun to see where everyone is from, so shout out to the place that you live. It's so fun making those connections. Carol, you're the second person I am seeing on here. Welcome, you guys. It has been a hot minute since I have done a Facebook Live, and there is so much information we are going to be talking about today, so you're going to want to make sure that you catch everything in this video. Susan is from Grafton, Massachusetts. Teresa, it is good to see you on here as well. We have people tuning in from all over the world, and I'm seeing the numbers growing as everybody's hopping on here. Karen, it's good to see you. Hope you were feeling better. It's good to see you. Stephanie Browning, hi. Stephanie is from Anaheim, if I remember correctly. Deb, it's good to see you. And Vicki, hi to you as well. Misty is joining us. Thank you for tuning in. Caitlin says, how are you and the kids? From Boca. We're doing really well. We're doing really well. Lots to update you on. Last night I had two of my kids in bed with me. I had one come down with a sore throat, so she was just not feeling good. And she is being babysat by Grandma Smith right now. So Mom, if you're watching this, thank you for watching her so that I could film and do a little bit of work today. So let's just dive on in here, you guys. I have so much to catch you up on. I know I've not posted videos for a couple weeks now, and I'll be updating you on all of that as to why. But let's start off with the number one announcement. If you have been watching my stories, you will know that we recently announced the engagement of Shayden and Tatum. Shayden proposed to Tatum Friday night of last week, and it was just the sweetest thing to get together with those two Saturday morning. He was so excited. So I had several people ask about the engagement story and all of the things. So we'll be diving on into that as well. Really important announcements. So let's just cover the new announcements first. And I wrote down all of these points to make sure I covered everything, so everyone here on Facebook is updated. So over the last 4 months, I have not received a payment through Facebook, which supports our family. It's been super frustrating. I have tried everything I can. Unfortunately on Facebook, there's not just like a phone number or an office where you can call someone up and have them fix it. So everything's been done online or through like AI. I'm trying to update this problem that we've had for 4 months now. So if anyone knows anyone that could help, that's tech savvy, that could fix this problem with Facebook so that my family and I are being compensated for the videos that we've been creating for all of you guys for the last 4 months, please let me know. I even paid someone, I think he was from back east or maybe the south, I'm not sure where he was from. He was wonderful, but even he, who is tech savvy, could not fix that problem. So I have continued to post onto my YouTube channel, and I am monetizing for my family over on YouTube. So for now, I will be posting a video onto Facebook, like a thumbnail, that will give you a link to my YouTube channel where we will be monetizing. So for temporarily, that is what we will be doing over here at 5 to Love. So I'll be letting you know, we'll be having videos come out every Tuesday and every Thursday, and I will continue to do a Facebook Live every Wednesday. So you can look forward to 3 times a week from our family. Laurie, thank you. I know it's been super frustrating to not be getting paid by Facebook when this is where my favorite people are. Elizabeth is asking, have you talked to your ex-husband? Have I talked to Skylar about this? Yes, and it is something that he so far hasn't been able to fix either. Since the way we divided the platforms, he has the original Instagram and YouTube, and I have Facebook. So we're still gonna see if it is something that he and I, maybe there's an email coming to him So anyway, I'm hoping to get that fixed. I reached out to a couple of people in the tech savvy world, a couple of agents. So we're going to try our best to get that fixed so that we can have videos up and going for you guys here on Facebook as well. Okay, so if you guys are not following me, our family on YouTube, type in 5 to Love. We just hit 20K just this last week, which I am so thrilled about. And that money helps support our family, and we're super grateful for that so that I can be an at-home mom with my kids and work from home. So check us out. Be sure to like and subscribe over on YouTube, 5 to Love. And then I'll be posting more content on YouTube and my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you'll want to head on over to Instagram. It's at jamie.scott, and you can find us over there. I'll be posting more content of the kids, just sharing a day in our life. As you guys have seen over the last 6 years, it has been an absolute joy raising my kids, and I love that I have a way to support my family by staying at home. Okay, let's see, another item of business. Okay, we covered all of that. Okay, you guys, we have had a cold front come into Southern Utah, and it has been so cold. And so the kids have been doing a lot more playing inside. Lincoln is super into like Pokemon right now, playing all things Pokemon and collecting these little like trading cards. That has been kind of his newest thing. So he and Logan have been doing that and really into Hot Wheels right now. The girls are super into Barbies right now. So everything is creative play. And then as of late, we've had lots of toilet paper roll holders that the girls have wanted to turn into like arts and crafts projects. So if anybody has any fun arts and crafts ideas of what to do with like paper towel holder rolls and toilet paper rolls, you can leave them in the comments because they have just been creating all kinds of fun, cute little things, just recycling what we already have. So it's been fun playing with the girls and coming up with fun, creative ideas as we are staying a little bit more indoors until it warms up again. Wow, Ontario is super cold, way colder than our desert town of Southern Utah. But it takes us a little bit while to acclimate here in the desert. Okay, Chad just sent a link to the Facebook page. So for those of you who are asking, scroll up just a little bit. Chad McWilliams, thank you. He just sent you guys the link to the YouTube channel. I should have put that. I'll go back once this video is done filming. I'll go back and leave you guys a link to the YouTube channel and hopefully to the Instagram channel link, if that's helpful. I am still kind of new at all of this techie stuff, but I am learning so much and at lightning speed, so I can share all of that with you. We do have a video that I am working on editing, and I will get that to you guys tomorrow, so stay tuned for that video. There was a lot happening over at our house these last couple weeks. Okay, let's see. So you guys probably saw my video that I posted a while ago. It was my live video. I was so dizzy when I filmed that video, I did end up taking it down. Irene says your hair is on point today. Irene, that is so sweet. You know, I have had terrible acne the last week, and I hadn't washed my hair for several days, and I just needed a good thorough wash and a good green tea face mask today. And so Chad's sharing that link again for you guys right now for Instagram. Chad McWilliams, you are awesome. Thank you, and I love you. I hope that makes your workday a little bit brighter just now. So I needed a good hair wash today, shave my legs, and a good green tea face mask. So I am feeling fine and fancy and alive again. I still am a little bit dizzy, left over from the vertigo. But boy, that was scary having vertigo over 2 weeks ago. So originally I had a cold, and as I was resting, I had become just really dizzy, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and even in the dark, my eyes were just spinning and I could not figure it out. I just assumed it was from needing to rest from having a cold, but it continued to get worse, and everything I tried just wasn't working. So I finally was able to schedule an appointment with physical therapy. Here in Southern Utah, it was called Fit Therapy. And they had something called a Vertigo chair. And I saw in the comments when I did that live video, so many people talking about getting into physical therapy. And so that was something I finally felt well enough to drive myself there and do the Vertigo chair. It really was helpful. And I noticed a huge difference just in 24 hours, but recovery still has been a little bit slower than I would like it to be, because I'm someone that's on the go, likes to stay busy, and I'm super active with my kids. But what I've learned from this is it's okay to take a break, and it's important to take care of ourselves as women. And I think sometimes I focus so much on my family and on my children that sometimes I forget to take care of myself too. And so the last 2 weeks, I've really scaled back on social media as I've been recuperating, focusing on my health and focusing again on my kids. Good afternoon from Indianapolis. It's good to see you on here as well. And so I didn't like it at first, but 2 weeks out, I'm glad. It kind of forced me to take a break. And I realize, I sometimes take my health for granted, and good health really is a gift. And it's something that I want to continue on into this new year of 2025, is taking care of myself so I can better take care of my family. So that is the Vertigo update for you guys. I still am a little bit slower, but the dizziness isn't as frequent, and they gave me some physical therapy exercises that I can do at home, which has been extremely helpful. But I've been able to go out on a walk, and I'm not nauseous anymore like I was. And so anyway, if you're having problems with vertigo, I would definitely look into Fit Therapy here in Southern Utah, or in your community if someone has a vertigo chair. That was really, really helpful. Okay, enough with the health stuff, but I wanted to cover that topic. I think the thing I am most excited about is Shayden and Tatum getting engaged. And I had several questions come in about those two, so we are going to update you guys on all of the fun things. So Shayden and Tatum, as you guys know, have been dating for, I want to say 2.5 years, maybe 3 years, like a super long time. And they met each other originally in a foods class. And they've just had this sweet friendship and relationship that has just blossomed into something just so beautiful. They did long distance dating. Shayden graduated from high school a year before Tatum did. And okay, Chad's sharing the link again for all of you asking onto YouTube. You can click that link. Be sure to subscribe and like our channel. That helps boost us in the algorithm so much. Let's hit more than 20K. I would be so grateful if we could hit 21K at least this week. That would be incredible for my family. So Shayden and Tatum have been dating. We love Tatum's family. She comes from a wonderful family. She is one of 3 children. She's the oldest. She also has a little brother and a little sister. And their family are just very down to earth, humble, kind, and hardworking. They live here in Southern Utah, and they have raised a remarkable daughter. So if you know Tatum's family, you will know she comes from the best of the best. And I actually went to school with Tatum's mom. I don't remember too much, but Tatum's mom was like, oh, I remember you from high school. So anyway, we are just so excited to join our families together and celebrate this sweet couple. Tiffy Girl 07 says, congratulations to your son getting married. The number one question I had that was asked in the DMs is, when are Shayden and Tatum getting married? There is a little bit of discussion about that. It's primarily going to be up to Tatum and her mom and her family picking which is the best month for them. They just have things going on in their family that we're going to need to work around, and we want to be sensitive to some of those things. But we are just so excited. So Shayden proposed Friday night of last week, and I asked Shayden, I asked Shayden, you know, is it something where you just want to have that moment together with the two of you, or is it something you would like someone to come and have filmed? How do you want to go about that? And he said, you know, I really just want it to be between she and I, and he wanted to surprise her. So Shayden took her out to eat to a restaurant called Xtavia that's in Ivins, Utah. And it's this quiet little restaurant. It's kind of hippie trippy, which we like. And he said he just took her on a walk and they went out to dinner, and she wasn't expecting the ring quite yet. It's something that they had designed together. And shout out to Oaks Fine Jewelry here in Southern Utah. It is a beautiful, beautiful ring. I can share a picture with you guys, probably in stories. If you missed it in stories, I'll share a picture again of the engagement ring. It is absolutely beautiful. It is a 3-stoned ring that Tatum and Shayden created together, symbolizing their present with the largest stone in the middle, their past and their future together, and spending all of eternity together. So we just couldn't be more thrilled. We adore Tatum. She is wonderful and just easygoing, down to earth, and has a great sense of humor. And we are just so excited for those two. Okay, Caitlin Holmes, 19, asks, do the quintuplets and Landon get along with Tatum? Somebody just asked, is Shayden still going to school in Wyoming? Yes, he finishes up with his associates this Monday. This May, not this Monday, this May. Sorry, it was a long night with 2 of the kids in my bed last night. My kids love Tatum. She is fun. She's funny, she's easygoing, she's down to earth, and she is just a wonderful addition to our family. The Quints love Tatum. Violet, I think, especially loves Tatum, which is a big deal because you guys know how much Shayden and Violet just have the sweetest little relationship. I think the moment that my mom, Grandma Smith, and I realized that Tatum was a keeper was when Shayden brought Tatum to a soccer game. And I think it was Lincoln was sick on that particular day. This was a couple years ago. And Tatum was riding in our van in between Logan and Lincoln. She was sandwiched between them, and Lincoln just started puking. And without thinking, I think Tatum just grabbed a bag, and Lincoln had like thrown up on her, and she wasn't grossed out. She wasn't like freaking out. She wasn't like prissy about it. She just like laughed it off and was just like, well, kids are kids. And I think my mom and I just looked at each other and we're like, we like her. She's great. So anyway, we love having Tatum around. She is wonderful, and they are just so great together. I think they complement each other personality-wise really, really well, and the two of them communicate really, really well. I think exceptionally well for how old they are. Okay, Alicia's asking, how old are they? I feel like he was just Landon's age. I know, it's so weird, this transition of our kids getting older and choosing their own path and all the fun things. So Shayden is 19 years old, and I think Tatum is just about 19 years old as well, but I would say they're each a more mature 19 years old, if that makes sense. Like, Sheila asked, aren't they still teenagers? They are. Okay, next question is from Regina. Where and how did Shayden propose to Tatum? She says she is so happy for them. So Tatum's ring got done a little bit sooner than they were thinking, and so that was the surprise for Tatum. And she loved it. She was so excited. Okay, Caitlin HM93 asks, what do the quintuplets like about school? Right now, this week, the school that my kids are attending are going to be celebrating 100 days of being in school. So it's kind of a big deal for all the little kids. They are supposed to bring 100 items to make a trail mix. And then they're gonna have little snack bags for each of the kids. And then they're just gonna have like a little party in each of the kids' classrooms celebrating 100 years or 100 days of being in school. And this Friday, the kids can dress up as like senior citizens, or they can wear like a t-shirt that has 100 things on it. I'm not sure what my kids are going to be wearing. I think the girls just want to wear makeup, and Daisy is adamant that she wants to do her own makeup. And so we'll see what my kids end up wearing to school on Friday, but they're really excited. And they look forward to this day every single year, celebrating 100 days in school. Okay, Carol asked a good question. She says, how are the quintuplets doing with 2 houses? My kids love their mom and my kids love their dad. And now that they are old enough to see the differences in each household, there's things that they talk about that are positive in each home. When my kids come home from their dad, some of the things that they talk positively about at their dad's house are they love their cat, Millie. She is the sweetest personality, and she's spunky and curious. And so the kids come home talking a lot about their cat. They love talking about the backyard that their dad has and the fun things they get to do over there. My kids love that they get 2 sets of toys and different toys at each house. It keeps them entertained, it keeps them busy, and it keeps them active. One thing I love about 2 different households as a mom is my kids have 2 separate support systems that each love these kids. They have 5 living grandparents, 3 on my side and 2 on their dad's side, that love them very much, and they love being grandparents, and they are very involved in the quintuplets' lives. And one thing my kids talk about a lot is they get 2 times the presents and 2 times the amount of fun. So if it has been a while since you have tuned in, I've been divorced now for over 3 years, and the kids have just blossomed and grown in so many ways in that time. And it's been a beautiful thing to see. Okay, we had one more question come in from Bon Traeger Christina. She asks, did your boyfriend Chad give you a gift for Christmas, and can you share? I did get a gift for Christmas. I got 2 things from Chad. Alicia says, thank you for continuing to share your family with all of us. That's really kind. That's really kind of you to say. Vicky says, hey from Sweden, congratulations, Shayden and Tatum. There's so much to celebrate as those 2 join together and creating a life together. And I couldn't be more proud of those 2 and the amazing things that they have done so far in their young lives. Alicia asks, how is your vertigo? It's much better now. Okay, it's good to see you on here as well. Okay, so I was going to share, Chad gave me 2 gifts. I never buy myself new clothes. It is very, very rare. Most of what I wear that is new is typically from someone that sends it to me that was a sponsor. And I told Chad I didn't want anything for Christmas, just kindness, and that meant the world to me. But he did surprise me, and for Christmas, he bought me a new pair of tennis shoes. I have worn the same pair of tennis shoes now for several years, and he surprised me. I think this is a Utah company. Oh, and I've got a rock in this shoe, so we're gonna remove that little rock right there. But he got me, these are my little ugly little red inserts in there, but he got me a new pair of shoes. I don't know what brand this is. They're kind of trendy here in Utah. I don't know what the company is. It says, let me see if it says on here. It just says Swiss Engineering, but this is the logo. If anybody knows, you can leave it in the comments. Chad, if you're watching this, you can tell everyone what the brand is of these shoes. I can't remember. So he got me a pair of tennis shoes, and I was so grateful because, oh, On Cloud is what Alicia's saying, On Cloud. Okay, I didn't know what they were called. Now that I have these shoes, I'm seeing other people wearing them, and other people have said, like when I was out and about in town, like in Mesquite, Nevada, someone pulled me aside and said, I love your shoes. Where did you get them? And I was like, I don't know, but they're really comfortable and they're really lightweight. And they're really comfortable when you're chasing kids, when you're on your feet all day long. So those are the shoes I got. And then I also have needed a new pair of like long sleeve pajamas that are a little bit warmer, but also sensory friendly and tag free. So he gifted me a pair of long pajamas that were just like a pretty color of sky blue that I wear at night. And they are really, really comfortable because I only had one pair of pajamas that I just wear when he goes home at night back to his place, and then I get in my jammies and I just go to bed. But they're super comfortable that I think he got off of Amazon. So anyway, those are the two things that he got me for Christmas. One thing, you guys, I had to share this with you. I received the most generous gift in the post office, in the P.O. box, for my quintuplets for when they get older. And this was such a treasure. I about cried when I opened it. It was the most beautiful gift. So Ellen from Texas. Ellen, if you are watching this portion of the video is just for you. I opened this huge box. It was sent to the wrong address. It was actually sent to my old house, and the new homeowner is neighbors with my mom, and she dropped off the box at my mom's, and I just barely opened this a couple weeks ago. Okay, and you guys, it looks like we have got a spammer. So if you guys can report and block that spammer, I know you gals are amazing at this. Let's do it. I opened up the box and it was a whole life's worth collection of chapter books. The Bobbsey Twins by Laura Lee Hope. So every single book in the series she sent us from her childhood. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it says Ellen's name in here from when she was probably a little girl. The entire Bobbsey Twins series. This is absolutely priceless, and I know my kids are gonna love these. She also sent us a book called The Family Nobody Wanted from Helen Doss. This is one that I will be reading, but it's a book about a couple that adopted a really, really big family. She also sent us some books. This series, Cheaper by the Dozen. Can you share your P.O. box so we can mail things? You bet. So if you scroll to the top of this Facebook, if you guys are going to be watching this later on YouTube, if you scroll to the very top in our bio, it'll tell you what our post office box number is. And the kids love receiving little stickers and little letters from people from all over the world, and we save a lot of those in a box from over the years. I should do a vlog and share with you guys some of the sweet things that we have received, everything from hand-stitched items to baby blankets from the beginning, when the kids were little, baby formula, and we are just so very grateful for the generous and kind support of our viewers. This is a super old book, The Bobbsey Twins in the Land of Cotton. Just beautiful, beautiful books. And I love old-fashioned vintage children's books. I'm a sucker for those when I go to thrift shops. Debbie says, I used to read Bobbsey Twins books. When I was a kid, they had a series, I think it was called Sweet Valley High. But the original chapter books were about a couple of twin girls that were night and day different, even though they were identical. And they came from a family where their mom and dad were divorced too. So I think in time, as my girls start reading more, that's something that we can snuggle up and read together too. What did we choose? I don't know. I can't remember the person's name that was commenting that needed to be blocked. You guys were probably on that already. It looks like we've got somebody from the UK saying that they read the Bobbsey Twins as well. Peggy is from Yakima. Am I saying that right? Washington. I've been there. We usually would stop there along the way to Bellingham, Washington. Okay, Linda says block them. Thank you guys. I knew I could count on you gals to get the job done. So we're doing really, really good over here. We've had kids, so Violet came down with this sore throat, and Lily, and it's one where they still have so much energy to play. But I didn't want to send them to school, mainly because Lily had a fever last night, but also it's been so cold. I didn't want them playing out at recess because their throats would be more sore, and we also don't want to get anybody else sick. So the girls have just been playing together. Those two are just best friends. They play so well together. Where is your post office P.O. box located? It's here in Southern Utah at a place called Mail and More. So if you are in Southern Utah, that is where our post office is. And that's when we have like sponsors and things like that. They send things to our post office as well. April is tuning in from Goodyear, Arizona. You guys know how much we love Arizona so very much. Rebecca says it's cold here in England. How do you handle it when the kids get sick while switching houses? So Skylar let me know at drop off Monday night, since it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The kids were with their dad. We switch off holidays and then we alternate every other week, spending time with our kids. He let me know that Lily was coming down with a sore throat. And so it was good. We just communicate and give each other a heads up. That way, if we need to buy cough medicine, cough drops, we have all that stuff before the kids get here. We've got somebody tuning in from Michigan. Peggy says she loves Anne of Green Gables. Yes, I read a portion of that series when I was a little girl. That's another classic. I love the original version of Anne of Green Gables, along with... what was her name? Megan Follows, I think, that stars in that. I think it was a series in the 80s. I know my girls are going to get into that as they get older too. I think it just talks about things that are still relevant. Will they be getting married in the temple? I don't know. I think so far they've just talked about getting married. Tamara says she's from Colorado. And we've got somebody tuning in from Dallas. She says it's very cold there too. Yes. So we're still, where is it? Is it here? I meant, oh, somebody, sorry, that comment came in too fast. You guys, sometimes these comments, they just come in at lightning speed. So I'm only able to read like a snippet. I love how you two have such good communication about the kids and how you continue to love them. Great job. Thank you. That's really kind. Joe is tuning in from New Zealand. Welcome. Pam says she's in St. George as well. I actually, in my last neighborhood, we had one of our neighbors was actually from New Zealand, and he was like the coolest guy. And every time I came to church, he would always shake my hand and always had a smile on his face. He was like super positive, optimistic, and very upbeat. Pamela says Pippi Longstocking is a fun book to read. I don't have the book Pippi Longstocking, but when I was a kid growing up in the 90s, my best friend Carly and I, we would watch that movie and it was our favorite. I think Pippi Longstocking, maybe there were like two movies, two VHSs that we would watch. Love You Forever is my favorite children's book of all the books I've ever owned as a kid. That was my favorite book, and that's one I still have. Someone said it's only 16 degrees in Michigan right now. That's freezing. That's so cold. I think it was 16 degrees, I think a couple nights ago. It's been so cold. And this new townhome that we're in, the upstairs is super hot. And downstairs is always so cold. Just got on late. Who is getting married? You guys can comment that below. Who is getting married? We've got somebody tuning in from Israel. Welcome. Yes, Megan was the only Anne of Green Gables. There are good things about the new Anne of Green Gables series, but it has been said that it's more dark feminism. So I think there are some positive things that have come out from the new Anne of Green Gables. I just prefer the original one. Chad is hopped on here. 5 to Love. He's got the P.O. box right there if anybody's interested in that. Whoa, Nikki says it's only 3 degrees in Scotland and it's 12 in New Hampshire this morning. Wow, we've got a cold front everywhere right now, it sounds like. Okay, Cheryl is letting everyone know it is Shayden and Tatum that are engaged right now, and so we've just been happily celebrating. It wasn't really a surprise. It's something that they've really talked about over time. One thing that I really have been impressed with so far with their relationship is during those 2 years that Shayden has been up in Wyoming, going to school, getting his generals in, working multiple jobs and being on the collegiate soccer team. Those two have really had to work on their communication skills to have a healthy relationship. And that's been a beautiful thing. Tatum's mom, Amanda, and I were actually talking about this. Tatum's mom, Saturday morning, their family invited my family over for breakfast. So I came, little grandma came, my sister and Katie, Landon, Shayden, and my mom and Chad and my dad, who was invited but didn't realize it was for everyone. We all came and gathered together with Tatum's family, and we just talked about, you know, all the things, the letting go transition portion of when your kids become grown-ups and decide that they want to create a life together. And that's one thing that Amanda and I were talking about, is how Shayden and Tatum, their relationship really was built on healthy communication, which really was a beautiful thing to see as moms, putting each other's needs before their own, and talking about how they could better support each other. And I thought that was such a beautiful thing. One thing they've also talked about is they would kind of have like this monthly council where they would talk about, you know, how can I better improve and, you know, add more to our relationship. And I thought that was such a beautiful thing for these two young adults to incorporate into their relationship, those communication skills. So anyway, I'm just excited to see what comes next for those two. They are just amazing, amazing young adults. And they're each getting their college degrees in. I'm not quite sure where they're going to be living just yet. That's something that is still in the works, because I think Tatum has been on scholarship. And so we want to just make sure that they both can continue moving forward with receiving a fullness of their education in the thing they're passionate about, and that they're each just supporting each other, and that we do so as parents. So anyway, I just couldn't be more thrilled. The girls are excited. You know, I have flower girls. They have flower girl names, and I think they're excited to be Tatum's flower girls, and hopefully one day in the near future they'll get to be my flower girls too. So the girls especially are just really excited. So anyway, Amy, thank you. We're really excited for these two as well. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys an update. When we have a video that, so Phil asked, do Mormons always get married that young? No, it's about the same as any other Christian religion, I would say. In Utah, some people do choose to get married a little bit younger. I know on my side of the family, I've had grandparents that chose to get married a little bit younger, but no, it's not like an age thing. It's just when you feel like you have found your person that you want to create a life with, and you have the maturity. So, okay. We've got people tuning in, just answering that question, which I actually really, really appreciate and love, that we're able to contribute and comment in answering each other's questions too. So no, it's not an age thing. I know some people like on the East Coast tend to get married a little bit later in life. But yeah, no, it's not necessarily a Mormon thing or a Christian thing. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm going to go pick up Violet and Lily from Grandma Smith's house here in a little bit, and then go pick up the quintuplets from school. Jean says she was married at 19, almost 50 years ago. Anyway, we are so very grateful for your continued love and support of my family. If you are just tuning in on here, we are going to be moving our videos temporarily over to YouTube. We've not been receiving a paycheck from Facebook, unfortunately, for the last 4 months. And so I will be posting like a little video or a snippet little video for you guys here on Facebook with a link to our YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe to 5 to Love over on YouTube, and check out and head on over and subscribe to jamie.scott over on Instagram. I will be sharing more reels, more stories, and videos there. Love you all. Thank you for loving our family. I am so grateful for better health and excited for good things to come this year in 2025. Love you all. Hope you have a great rest of the day. I'm going to go pick up the little girls and then go pick up the quintuplets from school. Bye.